Woo! Okay, so today's video, or one of the videos today, we're going to be talking about the Halloween drama between the Halloween fans, Halloween community, and Tony Moran, who played Michael Myers for like 6 seconds. Like right here, this picture right here on the bottom, that's him in the original 1978 classic Halloween film, where he was on screen for like 6 seconds. It was a scene where Laurie Strode lifts up his masks due to a fight, a struggle, and you get to see his face for the first time for like 6 seconds, and then Loomis shoots him. But anyways, so he was in the movie for 6 seconds, and he's been going to conventions a lot. And I guess throughout the years, it's not even the first time, watching other people's videos and stuff, learning all the behind the scenes stuff. And, because when someone like this comes around, it's not really something I like to pay much attention to. Halloween being my favorite slasher film of all time, just in general, it was something I kind of, certain people have asked me, what have you thought about Tony Moran and stuff, and I was just like, oh, I haven't really thought about making a video on it, but I'm gonna go ahead and make a video. And I gotta say, I'm disappointed in the guy. I'm not like overly pissed. I'm not losing my shit. I'm not going out, saying this guy needs to be thrown out of Hollywood or anything like that, because there's a lot of fake people in Hollywood, anyways. This guy doesn't have the any filters. He doesn't like to keep his mouth shut when he needs to, which, and there's a lot of people out there who think he might have like an actual problem. He needs to get help and stuff. But sometimes, I just look at it like this. Not everybody has a fucking problem. Some people might just be genuinely a bully by nature, and there might be some people who just are dicks, douchebags. And there's a sense of this man who is probably a douchebag. Okay, there's nothing wrong with that. There are douchebags in this world. I think that this guy has said some horrible things. I mean, things he said about Jamie Lee Curtis on set of Halloween, the things he has said about the fans, the people who go out and support him. Like, he has said to people who literally bought his autograph, and he was acting all nice and, all that stuff. He said about them, though, at these, and he's trying to act like a badass when he says it. Like, people are impressed that he's acting like a douchebag, and that's like a thing we need to applaud and stuff. Like Bill Burr, Bill Burr, though, it's like, he has his own style, though, for his comedy. He tells people not to take him seriously. This guy, though, he's not really telling anybody not to take him seriously. He's not saying their jokes. He's literally going out there saying, if you buy his autographs, you're a dumbass. It's like on screen for like 6 seconds. You're like, you're an idiot, But he doesn't understand that, just because you were in the movie, people who would probably die to have been in the situation that you were in, people who would have loved to have been in the original Halloween for 6 seconds. I mean, for them to know that would have been just a key thing. And this guy is just going around kind of shit talking the people who literally are, who mean, these people to them, that you mean the world to them. You're Michael Myers for 6 seconds. I mean, that's just fantastic. Even as a fan of Halloween, I'm like jealous. But it's so heartbreaking to see someone like this who has so much potential to really be utilizing this and having a lot of fun with the fans, to be just such a downer, such a shit talker. It's not a fun thing. It's unfortunate, because he could be a really nice guy. He could be very humble about it. He has such an opportunity. He has such an awesome position right now that he goes to Comic-Cons, makes money off of Comic-Cons, spends time with people who want to see him, and for him just to turn his back like that and flip you off, I mean, it's just I think that's my big word here, is unfortunate. There's nothing more unfortunate than seeing someone who has such high potential and such an awesome position to be, casted as, to have that. You were Michael Myers in the original Halloween, just to be such an utter dick about it. It's not that he's a bully, and there's people who are getting on him about it. He's not even, I'm not even sure if he's allowed to go to Comic-Cons anymore because of what he's done. So he's learned what his mistakes are. He's learned, and I'm pretty sure he came out and apologized too. I'm pretty sure I saw a post by Dave McCrae that said he came out and apologized. Which, if he did, and it's genuine, I'm very happy for the guy. He needed to. It was something that he was just very blind. But I don't think he has a problem. People actually think that just because he's acting this way that he has a legitimate problem. I don't think he has a problem. I think he's just being genuinely mean because he thought it would be funny. And I've met thousands of people, not thousands, but I met quite a few people in my day back in school who actually used to be really douchey for the sake of impressing other people and trying to be funny to other people. That is just a style of sense of humor some bullies have. And it's true. I was bullied a lot. My elementary years. I was pushed to the ground, kicked by kids. I was called fat, ugly, stupid. I was bullied through middle school, which is probably the worst time for me to get bullied. I mean, it was just horrible. Middle school was awful. It was like one of the worst experiences of my life. And then we get to high school, which the high school part, early high school, pretty bad. Later high school, not so much. My last 2 years were actually very decent, especially senior year, which, was also the year I'm finally getting out of this fucking dump. So, but anyways, like, just because and I'm glad he apologized. He needed to apologize. The fans needed to start biting back because, the guy's fame wouldn't have been there if it wasn't for the fans to begin with. So he needs to watch his goddamn mouth kind of thing, He wouldn't have his level, he wouldn't have his status if it wasn't for the people going out and buying the tickets. So watch it, bud, because you don't forget why you're famous. All right? It wasn't because of your douchebag attitude. It was because the fact that you were in Halloween, which Halloween did financially successful, so you did successful. It had nothing to do with whether or not you were being a douchebag, whether because they chose. And he some of the things he said behind the scenes were that, he called, like, Nick Castle ugly and stuff, and they wanted someone with a better face and all that. And honestly, I think if they used Nick Castle, it would have been just fine. To be honest, I don't think it would have made much of a difference. I know John Carpenter made that decision, but I just don't think it would have made much of a difference. But anyways, yeah, this guy really, he annoyed me. I won't lie. I've seen some of the videos behind the scenes and stuff, but, people make mistakes. If you start biting at people, people are going to start biting back, and you got to learn that the hard way. Get kicked out of Comic-Con, whatever it is, you reap what you sow, buddy. So if you learn anything from this, then that's the point. You should be very, very thankful for your situation right now. Seriously, dude, if I was in your situation, I would have been kissing these people's feet. Not like I had to, but I would be doing it because I'd be thanking them for the life I have. To be in a Friday the 13th movie would be so epic for me. And even if it's for like 6 seconds, but people still want to see me. And people want to get my autograph, and people want to see me at Comic-Cons and conventions just because of that 6 seconds. I would be so grateful. I mean, I'm grateful for the channel I have, the fact that I have 3,000, almost 4,000 people who like watching me and like hearing my opinions about things. So, show some class, really. Get some class, dude. Bullies are they're gone, dude. Bullies are gone. Bullying is not a sense of humor anymore. It's not something that people are impressed by. People are impressed by humbleness. I mean, you could be famous for walking down the street and giving a homeless guy like $300 in cash. I mean, you get that's more fitting for people in today's society. So step up the class, because people aren't living in the old days anymore. We have progressed. We don't find bullying, shit-talking people who want to see you so bad as funny. We don't, sticking your gum underneath the teacher's desk isn't funny anymore. So, like he's going to watch this video. Just have more class, basically. Just be more. It's just aggravating because this guy had so much potential. And he still does. He can fix he can fix it. He can really fix it. He just gotta. This won't be gone though. People are still gonna walk up to him and say, "Hey, why were you being such a dick?" That's gonna happen. So if that's what it takes for you to learn your lesson, then that's what it takes. Because life isn't easy, and the people who work every day have to go and do real jobs every day while you sit down in your house with all that Comic-Con, convention, autograph money, paying off your bills like nothing. Yeah. All right, guys. Well, that's it for me. Subscribe to the channel if you're new to the channel. Like the content if you like this type of content. Share the video if you like the stuff. If you want to share the video. We have a Patreon and membership program if you guys want to Join those. If you guys want me to talk about anything else on this channel, please let me know down below. I will give my personal thoughts. I know this wasn't a long video, but I just, people wanted to hear my thoughts, so I thought I'd go ahead and let you guys know how I felt about Tony Moran. And it's basically just get some more class, buddy. You're a bully. Just get more class. You reap what you sow. So that's all I gotta say about you. So yeah. All right, guys. Thank you for watching. I'll check you out in the next video. Stay retro, my friends, movie friends, and I will check you out later.